An update now on a story we've been following all morning. That county clerk in Kentucky who continues to deny same-sex couples marriage licenses today could be arrested for being in contempt. As Craig Boswell explains, the woman says she's refusing the licenses, quote, under God's authority.
Tempers flared in Kentucky after Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis once again refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples.
Under whose authority are you not issuing licenses?
Under God's authority.
Davis says she will not go against her religious beliefs.
You do not understand what you're doing to people.
Engaged couple David Moore and David Ermold were denied a license Tuesday morning. This is the fourth time Davis has turned them away.
We're talking about the law now. This isn't about belief anymore. I have beliefs too, but I would never impose my beliefs on somebody else's rights.
Outside, Davis's supporters cheered her on.
God's law precedes man's law.
Monday evening, the Supreme Court declined to intervene in the case. Does Kim Davis in Kentucky have any legal grounds to deny licenses?
It's still an emotional issue, but there is no legal issue involved once the Supreme Court has spoken.
Kim Davis could face jail time for refusing to comply with the law. Davis says she is aware of the consequences. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
Back here, a state lawmaker wants more legislative oversight of Tennessee's prison system. Nashville Democratic Representative Mike Stewart says the department's choice to conduct an independent audit won't uncover the real issues.
The people of Tennessee, when they look at the details, have every reason to suspect that this is not really intended to be an independent audit, but is really intended to just be business as usual with a different name.
The Department of Corrections picked the American Correctional Association for that audit, but Stewart says the ACA is not a good choice because they accredit the prisons they're putting under the microscope. Stewart's also calling for the legislature to reinstate a committee that oversees the prison system. That idea is already picking up bipartisan support. The battle over guns in public parks is heating up again. Under the law passed back in April, cities and counties can no longer ban weapons in public parks. Yesterday, two Democratic lawmakers proposed an amendment which would exclude ticketed events. That would include sports games and concerts like the ones at the new Ascend Amphitheater. The amendment sponsors say it's just common sense for places where children or alcohol is present.
Even law-abiding gun permit holders can use these irresponsibly or accidentally discharge them in a public space.
Legislators will discuss the issue when they return to the Capitol in January. An interesting debate is getting the attention of Montgomery County residents in one neighborhood. People who live along Old Russellville Pike in Clarksville made posters, petitions, and yard signs to try to convince a church to change its mind about building a cell tower. The St. Bethlehem United Methodist Church is considering leasing part of its land to Verizon, who wants to build a 100-foot tower. Last night, church members met with neighbors to talk about their concerns.
We see it as something for the greater good. It's not very exciting to picture a monopole 100-foot cell phone tower, but it's necessary for the life we live today.
100-foot cell tower is not only going to be an eyesore and it's going to affect property value, but primarily the main concern is there are high possibilities that they can cause health risks.
Members of the church council have to sign off on the project before anything can move forward. Their next meeting is September 14th.